So I woke up this morning and, I was feeling motivated today, but I was motivated to try and motivate other people today. And I was thinking about a good message I could try and deliver. And this one came across my mind about goals. And so I wanted to deliver that message to you guys today. But I didn't want it to be kind of like, boring or anything like that. So I kind of came up with this analogy. And it's not necessarily the best analogy, but I think it definitely gets the point across. So, I'm going to kind of share that with you guys and then kind of let that lead more into the message that I'm trying to convey here. So, goals. One of the most important things in life is having goals, right? Especially if there's something that you want to achieve, something big. You start off with this dream, right? You have this dream, this imagined idea. And in order to achieve that dream, right? In order to obtain it, you have to set goals to get yourself there. So there's a city, right? And in the city, there's this building. And within that building stores these two guys' goals, right? Or these two guys' dreams, right? And so the first guy of the two, he knows what his dream is, right? He wants to get there. And so he's thinking, he sits there for a second, he thinks, what am I going to do to get there? What do I need to do to make sure that I'm able to obtain my dream, right? To turn that dream into reality, to get there. And so then, after he thinks about it, he starts down his own trail, right? His own route that leads to that city, leads to that building where the dream is, where his dream is. And so, as he walks, just kind of thinking more and more and more about this dream of his, right? And so he continues walking for a little bit down this path, and he's getting closer to the city with every step. And so finally he comes across some stairs. This staircase leading up, right? And from there, that staircase leads up onto a little bit more of this path, and that path continues into the city. And so he approaches the stairs, and he starts to walk up them. But one thing he realizes as he approaches the stairs is that there are these little black barriers between every few steps or so. And so, he goes up the first few steps and he comes to the first black barrier. And these black barriers are supposed to act as a challenge, right? Because when it comes to achieving something, when it comes to trying to achieve your dream, right? Trying to achieve that ultimate goal, there's going to be challenges in the way of that, right? So up this staircase are different challenges, and each challenge gets a little bit more trickier than the one before. And so when he comes across this first one, he stands there and he looks at it and he's kind of thinking, what can I do to overcome this? What goal do I need to set for myself to overcome this challenge? So he sits there for another minute and he keeps thinking till finally something comes across his mind. He sets a goal for himself, a goal of which is able to help him overcome that challenge. And then he overcomes that challenge and he moves on up the staircase. After a few more steps, he comes across another challenge, another one of those black barriers. And again, he sits there and thinks to himself, how am I going to overcome this? He sets another goal for himself. And that goal helps him overcome that challenge as well. And so he continues on. And with each challenge that he faces, He sets a goal for himself to overcome that challenge until eventually he makes it up the stairs, past the stairs, into the city, where he finds the building and he's able to obtain that dream. The dream that he longed for has now just become a reality because he worked hard to pave his own path to get there and to set goals for himself. And he hit those goals hard every time to overcome the challenges that were trying to push him back from reaching that dream, from achieving that ultimate goal. And so the second man, his dream lies within the same place that the first guys did. And so he starts on the path too. He starts going. But he doesn't really think about the actual path that he needs to take to get there. He just kind of goes in blindfolded. And so he's walking for a little bit down this path. And he ends up getting lost. But just like the path before, there's still that same staircase, or a staircase, like the one before, with the challenges that progressively get harder each time between every few steps. And so he starts up the staircase, and he comes across the first challenge, but he's not able to overcome it. Because he didn't pave his own path to get there, and he didn't set goals to overcome those challenges. And that is why goals are so important. It is so important that you set goals for yourself when it comes to trying to achieve something big. Okay? And that's for life. That is a life lesson. You have to set goals for yourself. Because goals are like those steps. The steps that lead you up to the big ultimate goal, to that dream. And that dream will stay a dream if you don't have goals that help you work your way up to it. So, pave your own path. Set your own goals to overcome the challenges that you're going to be faced with. And obtain that dream, achieve that dream that you have. Because you are capable of it. Everybody is. You just have to have the mindset to work hard enough and to set those goals for yourself so you can get there.